Great. Hi, good morning, everyone. Let's probably start. I think it's already 10:35. Uh, thanks everyone for joining in on a Saturday morning. And today I'll be your host along with Mr. Anand, who is the founder of Intellitrak. We both will be presenting this. And today's presentation is going to be all about AP examination. That's what we are going to cover in today's presentation. And the structure of the presentation will be pretty straightforward. It will be for an hour, wherein for the first 40-45 minutes, we'll be presenting all about AP's subjects, what are the different subjects, who should write it, why should you write it, and so on. And post that, we will open the forum for Q&As. So if in case you guys have any questions, you can ask your questions towards the end. However, at the same time, if in case you have any questions while we are presenting, you can please feel free to put it on the chat section. But we will be taking all those questions towards the end just to make sure we don't break the flow of presentation. So please feel free to put in your questions even in between if you have any. Like, we're also recording this presentation, and since you already have your email IDs, post the presentation is done, if in case there is some important data, relevant data here, we'll be sharing the recording with all of you for your reference, which you can watch later as well. Right? With that, let me start with the presentation first. So let me talk about Revisionr first, since I'm the co-founder and CEO of Revisionr. So at Revisionr, we are a high school support company, which have assist basically high school students to achieve their academic goals. We have two verticals within the company. The first one is test prep. And under test prep, we take care of PSATs, SATs, APs, and ACT exams. And on the other hand, we have the academic tutoring vertical, wherein we take care of IGCSE, IB, and A-level academic tutoring. The grades that we largely focus are basically from grade 9 to grade 12. Over the last 6 years, we have catered to about 3,500 odd students across 6+ countries and about 15+ cities in India. That's what we have done so far. In today's webinar, as I've already told you, these are the major portions that we are going to cover. We'll be talking about what are AP exams, what are the benefits of writing it, how does the structure of exam looks like, how does scoring works, how does scoring look like in the last few exams in the last few years, how do you find out the right AP course for yourself. There are different ways in which you can figure out which is the right AP to do, and we will be talking about two such methods here. How to ace the AP examination. And then towards the end, we'll be taking up one or two slides talking about what are the programs which we offer at Revisionr. And then Anand, my other colleague, my other friend would be taking up about the programs which are being offered by Intellitrak. Right? So that's how the presentation flow would be. With that, let me start straight away with what is the AP examination. Right? So these are college level examinations which are largely taken in high school. They're offered during a 2-week period in the month of May, and that's very, very critical, especially from the planning perspective, because unlike SAT, which most of you are aware, or ACT, which happens 5 to 6 times a year, AP happens only once a year, which definitely means that there is a proper planning required if you want to do well in this particular exam. There are more than 38 AP test subjects which are available, though all of them may not be available in India. So you need to go to the AP College Board website to basically check what are the AP courses which are offered in India out of these 38 courses. If you look at these 38 subjects, they are further subdivided into 7 major subcategories. And what are those subcategories? The first one is AP Capstone Diploma Program. Then you have something called Arts, English, History and Social Science, Maths and Computer Science, Sciences, AP World Language and Literature. Now, just to take an example, under Maths and Computer Science, you will have various subjects, right? So, for example, you have AP Calculus AB, AP Calculus BC, AP Statistics, AP Computer Science A, AP Computer Science Principle. So, these are few subjects that come under category Maths and Computer Science. Similarly, in all the other 6 categories, you will have certain subjects which fall under these categories. Now, why should you write the AP examination, right? I think that's a very, very important question. And if you look at it up until last year, 2021, March, there used to be something called subject SATs, right? So after students have done SAT or ACT exam, they used to write the subject SAT to showcase their subject knowledge, let's say in physics, in maths, in chemistry, in bio, right? And even at that point of time, AP used to exist. But because a lot of students were writing subject SAT, they did not have time, or they were not really looking at writing the AP examination. However, starting last year, March 2021, College Board has taken the AP away from the entire scenario, the subject SATs away from the entire scenario. And now students are left with only one option, which is writing the AP examination, if in case they would like to showcase that they have done more than what their peers have done, right? So one of the reasons why a lot of students write AP examination is because they want to stand out in the college admission process. As we all are aware, the college admission process is a very rigorous process, and it is a very selective process, right? So at the end of it, what you're trying to do is you want to showcase that how you are a better fit to the college, and at the same time, how you are better than the other students who are applying to this for the same seat, right? So this is one of the way in which you can showcase your strength for a particular subject. The second major advantage that you get if you write AP examination, it helps you to earn college credit. And that's a very important point again. So basically what happens if you look at US education system, you have to gain certain credits if you would like to graduate within, let's say, 4 years, right? Now, if you write an AP examination, for every subject that you write, you gain some credit if you score beyond a certain score. And we'll talk about that later. And that helps you to basically save cost. It also helps you to save time, right? Because if you have done, let's say, for example, AP Calculus AB course while you're in India and you get a 5-on-5 there, you get certain credits, which also means that when you land in college, you can skip the first semester maths course completely, right? So it helps you to save time. It helps you to earn college credit. It helps you to graduate early. In some cases, it helps you to also, as we said, it helps you to save the tuition fees, right? So one of the other advantages, it earns academic scholarships and awards. So there are certain scholarships and awards which are given purely based on your AP exam scores as well. So that's also one of the reasons why some people write AP examination, right? So these are different reasons why one should write AP. And depending on when you write the AP, it also becomes very, very critical. For example, let's say if you want to write AP purely from the college credit perspective, you can also write your AP in grade 12. That means after your grade 12, after you have received your admissions as well, right? Because you're doing it for college credit, which is starting in August. However, if you want to write it to strengthen your college application process, then you can start as early as grade 9th, grade 10th, grade 11th summer. That's when you should be doing your AP examination, right? And hence a proper planning is required towards the same, knowing that why you are writing those AP examinations. With that understanding of why one should write it, let's try and understand how does the exam structure looks like, right? The total exam kind of varies from subject to subject. It could be a 2-hour long exam, it could be a 3.5 hour long exam, depending on different subjects. In most of the cases, there are 2 sections which are there. Part 1 is multiple choice question, where exam score is based only on the number of questions answered correctly, and there is no negative marking there. And then you have part 2, which is the free response question. Free response questions are something which is very similar to what we encountered in school exam, right? Where you have to write your answers. So the question is given, you have to write your answer explanation completely, and that gets evaluated manually by individuals, right? So that is how the overall structure looks like. However, Anand, towards the later end, we have taken an example of AP Computer Science A, and Anand will be explaining how the AP Computer Science A entire paper looks like. Now let's talk about how does the scoring works, right? What is the right score that you need to target if you want to get a certain, let's say if you want to get credits for it, right? So AP is scored on a scale of 1 to 5. 5 being the maximum, that means you are extremely well qualified. So if you get 5 in AP, that means you are eligible for credits for in most of the universities, assuming they are providing credits for those subjects. You can get 4-on-5, that's the second, then 3-on-5, 2-on-5, and 1-on-5. Generally, either 4-on-5 or 5-on-5 should be the target that you should be looking at, because anything below that may not be useful for you, because you may not want to present it A to the college, because that will not showcase the strength for a particular subject. And B, at the same time, less than 3 or less than 3 out of 5 will not help you gain any college credits as well. Hence, the target should only be to get a 4 or a 5 on 5. And to get a 4 or 5 on 5, I'll show it in next slides probably. You don't have to really look at getting 100% score here. AP works very, very differently from your other exams like SETs and ACTs. Here, to get a 5 on 5, even if you get about 75 to 80%, or let's say about 80-85% score, you can easily get 5 on 5 in most of the subjects, right? And 4 on 5, again, if you are in that bracket of 70 to 85%, then you fall under 4 on 5 score bracket, right? So that's how the scoring works, irrespective of the subject that you pick, right? And now, which are the subjects that you should be picking, right? And for that, what we have done is we have taken a very important distribution of scores here from 2020 for different subjects, right? I told you about different categories. So for example, in English category, these are the two subjects: English language and literature, literature and composition, right? Now, how many students? So this table basically represents how many students have scored 5 on 5. 9.3% students scored 5 on 5 in AP English language, literature and composition, and 12.6 in language and composition. And I'll show you why I'm showing this data to you, right? So if you look at this, just notice the ones which are with red and the one which are with green, right? So in English, it's literature and composition. Now, if you look at the next subject, we look at science score distribution. AP biology, only 9.5%. AP physics 1, only 8.8%. AP physics C, electricity and magnetism, 40.4% student got 5 on 5, right? That's literally almost about half the number of students got 5 on 5. AP physics C mechanics, 41.6% students got 5 on 5, right? So these two subjects seems to be very, very favorable in terms of the number of students getting 5 on 5. Let's look at the next category, which is maths and computer science. AP calculus BC, 44.6% students got 5 on 5. AP computer science principles, 10.9%. AP computer science A, 25.6% students got 5 on 5. Now, similarly, if you look at under history and social sciences, AP microeconomics is 23.3%. AP comparative government and politics, 24.4%. However, if you look at the least one, which is AP world history, that's only 9.2% student who got 5 on 5 here. Similarly, AP psychology also has 22.4% student who got 5 on 5. And now, what is the inference that I wanted to draw out of this, right? If you look at it, all the ones which are marked with green had about 25% plus population which was getting 5 on 5 score. That basically showcase these are the subjects that you can think of picking up when you're trying to figure out which is the subject that you should be taking AP for, because a lot of students are getting 5 on 5 here. That means getting 5 on 5 in these subjects is slightly easier as compared to the other subjects where you have seen the percentage of students who are getting 5 on 5 is less than 10%, right? So AP language, literature, AP world history. So these are a few subjects where you have seen the percentage is less than 10%. So this should not be the only criteria when you are selecting the subjects you should be doing for AP. However, this could be one of the criteria which you can consider when you are thinking about whether you should pick this subject as an AP subject or should you not, right? So this is one of the way in which you could do this. However, we also talk about two other methods in which you can figure out which is the right AP for the child. And that's a very, very big question. So once you have understood the importance of AP exam, once you have understood the planning of it, the important thing to next figure out is which is the right AP for my child. And it's a very, very personal decision that one has to take, because you have to consider a lot of other parameters. For example, if the child is doing an IB curriculum, right? Now you anyways get credit for all the IBHL subjects that you do. So you may not want to do the same subjects for AP as well, right? However, if you're coming from a CBSE and ICSE background or ISC background, or from state background for that matter, you will not be getting credits for any subjects that you do in school. So even it makes sense for you to repeat the subject. Like, for example, you could do AP mathematics, AP physics, AP chemistry, because you don't get credit for the courses that you've done in school, right? So it's a very, very personal call that one has to take depending on where you are, what curriculum you're doing, what is your final major that you're picking, and so on, right? So two other ways in which you should figure out the right AP for you, and we have talked about it in the next presentation. Now, if you go to this website, right, it helps you to choose a category, right? So let's say if you want to select a particular major, you can select a subject area. For example, I am interested in science, maths, and technology. Now make a selection. Let's say my child is interested in doing, say, for example, so you have different engineering. Let's say I pick mechanical engineering here, right? Or, sorry. So when you pick mechanical engineering, it directly tells you that these are the 8 AP courses that you could write if you are looking to do AP mechanical engineering, which is bio, calculus, AB, BC. It'll also link it to the 7 other career options. So if the child is looking to be an aircraft pilot, then this is the course that the child can take, or these are the 8 AP courses that the child could take, right? So that could be one of the way in which you could figure out, depending on the major or the career the child is planning to pursue after college or after grade 12, right? So that is one method. And whatever description I've shown, whatever small video I've shown on the right hand side, this table is available on College Board website itself. You could go and try it on your own. When we are sending out the mailer, we will send you the link for this so that you could play around with this on your own, and depending on your child's preference, you could figure out for his or her major and the career what are the right APs, right? So that is one way in which you can figure out the right AP for the child. Similarly, depending on the college that you're planning to apply, and I'm assuming there will be 10 to 15 colleges that you plan to apply, right? Depending on those colleges, also you can pick the AP courses, and that's what we're going to see in the next presentation, right? So let's say, for example, again, this is available on College Board website. So you can go to the college credit policies. You can figure out based on the college. Let's say, for example, I'll pick a Stanford University here. So I'll pick up any university that you wish to apply. And when I go there, it'll give you the list of all the AP subjects which Stanford as a college accepts. It'll also give you the number of credits that you get for a certain subject for a certain score, and also tell you what is the equivalent course that you can skip if in case you get a AP particular subject, right? Let me quickly take a very small example. If you look at this table, right, AP Calculus BC, if you get a 515, right, minimum score required is 515, you get 10 credits. Straight away 10 credits. That means every credit in US is roughly about $1,000 to $1,500, right? So you are saving almost about $15,000 just by doing this course, assuming you get a 515. More importantly, you also can skip these 3 maths courses, maths 19, 20, 21. That means semester 1, semester 2, and year 2, sem 1. So you can skip 3 maths courses if you have already done an AP Calculus BC course and you have got a 515 there. However, in the same score, if you get a 4 and 5, then you get only 4 credits. So, sorry, yeah, you get only 4 credits. And at the end of it, sorry, just one second. Yeah, you get only 4 credits. And at the end of it, you basically will only be able to skip 2 courses, which is math 19 and maths 20. That means the child can skip the semester 1 and semester 2 maths courses. However, the child will still have to do semester 3 math course, which is maths 21. So that's how the AP credit policy works. And you can go to this particular place. Again, this is available on College Board website. I will send you the link with the mail, wherein you could go back and figure out for the subjects, for the major that you're looking for the colleges that you're looking for. Based on that, you can figure out which is the right fit AP course for you. So far what we have discussed, there is one method which is based on which is the subject for which it's easier to get a 515. So that could be one criteria. The second criteria could be depending on whether the particular college you are planning to apply, whether they accept that college for credits or not. The third criteria could be depending on the major and the career that the child is planning to do. Is there a particular AP which is more relevant, right? So these are 2-3 different options based on which you can figure out which is the right set AP for you. However, as I said, it's a very, very, individual personal decision. Some people also write it, just to give you an example. So let's say, for example, for some reason, you're an IB, you're doing math HL. For some reason, you're not able to do well in math HL, IB in school. Now, but you know your potential in maths, right? To overcome that, you will write AP Calculus and you will showcase 515 and you will justify that though I did not do well in my IBHL maths, but that does not mean I'm not good at maths. I'm actually good at math, but I could not do well for XYZ reason. You can always justify all of that while writing your essays, right? So that's also one of the reasons why some people write APs. And just like that, there are multiple other reasons in which you can justify writing a particular AP. Now with that, let me move on to the next thing. How do you ace the AP examination? And these are very, very high level strategies that I'm going to talk about, because when you get into different subjects, the strategies could be very, very different. But in general, by and large, these are few things that will help you to get good scores. First is start now. Start as early as possible. Because AP exams, as I've already told you, these are college level exams, right? So they are not easy at all. And I'm sure my friend Anand will agree with it when he'll talk about his presentation, that these are not easy exams. You should start as soon as possible. You should be utilizing the study material. So figure out all the study material which is available out in the market. Do that research first and then plan it out, right? Take as many mock tests as possible. It's very, very important. A is subject knowledge, but B, which is most important, is how do you apply that subject knowledge in the actual exam style scenarios, right? So it's very, very important to write the practice test. You get quite a lot of practice tests already available on the College Board website. So my recommendation has always been make sure you do all the free response questions that you get on the College Board website. Maintain a schedule, make a plan, for the next 8 months, 10 months. How do you plan to, achieve that 5-1-5? Ask for help. At any point of time, if you feel you're not able to stay on track, you're not able to stay focused, then ask for help as soon as possible. Because as I told you, unlike SAT or ACT, where you have multiple options, where you can postpone it, do it later, here you don't have that option. You have to do it only once a year, which is in the month of May. And hence it becomes a lot more critical. The planning has to be very, very precise. Study with other students. I think that's also one of the important things, because what happens, in US, there are a lot of schools which are following AP as a course, just like they're doing IB and IG and A-levels or CBSE, right? So they do peer learning. However, here, because AP is being taken more like a private subject, what happens, I would recommend students to basically seek advice from your friends, because someone could be better at a particular subject. So study with other students, because they might have some other study material which you could use and they could use yours, right? So these are few very, very high level techniques and strategies that you could use to do well in most of the AP examinations. With that, since I've talked about a lot in terms of the planning, right? I mean, I've been saying that you should be doing the right planning. I have taken a small demonstration here in terms of how would you plan? What is the right way you should be doing the planning? And this is just a very, very high level structure here. So if you look at it, there is grade 9, 10th, 11th, and 12th. So these are the 4 important years that you're going through. And obviously, there's a profile development which is happening all across the 4 years. You're doing various activities which is helping you to build your profile. And post grade 12, you are a freshman year begins, right? Now, at what point of time, what should you be doing? In grade 9, you could start your PSAT prep, or you could write your PSAT. If in case you're not about the PSAT, you can visit our YouTube channel. We have a similar webinar on PSAT as well. You could have a look at it and understand what PSATs are. But PSAT is something that you should start doing in grade 9. There are actually some students, we at Revisionr have it. I'm sure Anand at Intellitrak also have students in grade 9 who are preparing to write their first AP exam this summer, or they're actually writing while we are talking today, right? So there are some students who start as early as grade 9 for their AP prep and they write their AP exam. It's just that you have to pick the right AP subject during that period. When you move on to grade 10, I think that's the time where between the SAT and ACT, you should try and figure out which is the right fit subject for you, right fit test for you. Should it be an SAT or an ACT? And then you can start your planning or start your preparation for SAT, ACT. Parallelly, at the same time, you could also think about what is the AP that you could write at the end of grade 10. Though this is slightly trickier, because especially for the students who are coming from IG and IB background, their exams happens in May, June, right? And May is when the AP happens. So it might overlap with their school exam. And hence, a lot of students who are in grade 10th or about to finish grade 10 don't write AP exam because of this condition. However, if you're coming from a CBSE or ICSE background, then then this perfectly works because your exam gets, so your board exam generally gets over by March, April. So you can write the May exam if you have started preparing, almost 6-8 months before that. Then you move on to grade 11, and grade 11 is the time where by the time you should have finished your ST. If in case you are a US citizen, you should write the PSAT for the scholarship, which is also known as NMSQT, which is National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Test. And at the same time, this is the year where a lot of students write AP exam. So by end of grade 11, they want to write 2 or 3 AP exams. Again, they are not just doing it for college credit, they're doing it predominantly to showcase that they've done more than what the peers have done, right? Now, once you move to grade 12, now you hardly have time left. You're largely focused on your college applications. If in case by any chance you reattempt your SAT or an ACT, you would do that. They're no longer subject SAT, so you can ignore that part here. And at the same time, as I've told you earlier, there are some students who would realize that they want to write AP later. After grade 12, they could do that as well. However, this time, if you're writing it, it's only for your it's only for the college credits, and it will not help for your college applications, right? So that is how the standard timelines look like. From here, I would request Anand to basically take it forward, and he will basically discuss about largely about AP Computer Science. Anand, I would request if you can take this forward from here.
So you're able to see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Thanks, Rajdeep. And hello, everyone. Good morning. First of all, my name is Anand Parshuram, and I am the co-owner of Intellitrak. We are actually computer software development course training organization. Actually, we train kids right from 5th grade to 12th grade on different software development techniques, creating web applications, data science, Python. And when the kid reaches 9th grade or 10th grade, they also give the AP exam. So we also train students in the AP, in the writing the AP Computer Science A exam, which we have been doing for the past 7 years. And I am also the instructor for the AP exam. Now, the AP Computer Science that is offered by College Board basically has 2 different exams, Computer Science Principles and AP Computer Science A. Computer Science Principles is taken by students who are not actually looking for a career in computer science. If you are looking for a career in math or physics or economics, you can take the Computer Science Principles, because not much of programming is there in that exam. AP Computer Science A is completely Java. So it mimics the computer science HL curriculum of the IB board. So because it requires a thorough understanding of Java and also writing in the AP paper, it requires a lot more study, because students have not yet been exposed to Java so far, unlike the other AP exams where kids already know math or physics and they're only studying for the AP part of physics or AP part of math. In this case, they have to learn Java right from the start. And after that, they have to master how to write the AP paper. Now, what does the AP paper look like? Like Rajdeep said, all the AP papers have a free response section, and there's a multiple choice section. The free response section in Computer Science A is all about writing Java programs, code, which they have to write in pencil on a free response sheet. And the multiple choice section is about choosing the correct options from a question. And most of the multiple choice questions, I mean, some of the options are very close to each other. So the student must really have mastered the subject in order to pick the correct option. It's not that straightforward. Now, the multiple choice question, there are basically 40 questions, and the student gets about 90 minutes to solve the paper. So 40 questions, 40 marks, and this forms 50% of the exam score. The second part of the exam is a free response exam. where the student has to write Java code in pencil. There are 4 questions. You get 90 minutes for this also, and each question carries 9 marks. So 4 times 9 is 36. After you get the score, they just multiply the score by 1.111 to get to 40. So 40 marks for the free response plus 40 marks for the multiple choice makes it 80. So AP Computer Science A is a 80 marks exam. And like Rajdeep was saying, around 25% of the people who write this exam get a 5. And to get a 5, you need to score around 82% in this exam. So if you get something like 62 out of 80, you should get a 5. What are the different topics covered in the multiple choice section? These are the different topics. As you can see from here, all are software programming topics. Programming fundamentals, algorithms, data structures, object-oriented programming. The whole paper is structured around object-oriented programming, and then recursion and software engineering. As for scoring, the multiple choice section is scored by computer, and the free response section is scored by somebody who's actually reading the paper, and then manually they're scoring the free response section because the student is writing the code. Now about our course. Because preparing for the AP Computer Science A exam requires thorough understanding of Java, we assume that the student does not know Java to begin with. Actually, some of the students who join our courses do not know programming at all. So we start right from the basics. And the first part of our course is 60 hours to get a complete understanding of object-oriented principles and Java. And here we introduce students to solve basic to intermediate level problems. And we also have a lot of labs so that they understand all the concepts clearly. Once this part of the course is over, we have a specialized AP course, which you can join or you may not join, which is 20 to 24 hours. Here we will be concentrating on doing the AP papers, studying Java for the sake of giving that exam. We will be practicing how to write code, and we will also be looking at how the code is graded by the examiner. So understanding the grading methodology. So basically we divide our course into two different parts. So the 60 hours will take approximately, we have a 2-hour class every week. So it will take for around 7 to 8 months just for the first part to be over. And after that, around 3 months for the second part. So that is how we structure the AP Computer Science A course. I am sure physics, math structure will be slightly different because people already know physics and they're already studying that in school. CBSE has a curriculum where there is physics and there is math. So the number of hours that you require for doing physics will be comparatively lesser. And if you are looking for a computer science engineering degree, then AP Computer Science A is the course that you need to write. All right, that's it, Rajdeep.
Yes, so thanks, Anand. So these are okay. I have missed one slide. Anand, if you let me share my screen quickly. Yeah. So as Anand have already discussed about the AP courses and the structure that they follow for AP Computer Science, at Revisionr, as he has already mentioned, right, our offerings are slightly different. Our programs are generally about 40 to 45 hours long for various subjects that we cater to, and we do at this point of time about 12 subjects. Every session that they do, let's say if it's a 2-hour session, they will have 2 hours of assignments bagged for every session. So for 40 hours of classes, there is 40 hours of assignment. So that's 80 hours of time commitment. After every module or after every unit, there is a unit test to evaluate the understanding of that particular unit. And the reports for the same gets shared with the parents as well. Once all the units are completed, we focus on doing the full length mock test, and we do at least about 6 full length tests, including both the MCQs and free response. All these papers get corrected by the faculties and the feedback gets shared with the student individually. So this is how the entire structure works: the live classes, the assignments, unit tests, and at the end, the mock test. In addition to all of this, we also, on our LMS, we also have a self-paced course. As and when the student signs up with us, they get the self-paced course, wherein all the assignments, all the test papers, all the videos will be given to the child if in case they wish to do studies on their own at the leisure time. We also have an offering where some students come to us just to take up the mock test or just the self-paced course, wherein they do self-prep on their own, but they just need extra material, because as I had mentioned earlier as well, that it's not easy to get all the required material, right? So that is another additional offering here, and obviously there are doubt clarification sessions that happens. So this is how the structuring at Revisionr works for most of the subjects. Now, just one more slide. So there are various subjects that we offer here at Revisionr, and I'll just list down those subjects here. So we obviously do AP Calculus, AB, BC, AP Maths, AP Physics 1, 2, Electricity, Magnetism, Mechanics, Statistics, Bio, Chemistry, Microeconomics, Macroeconomics. We are also adding up 2 other courses, which is AP Psychology and AP History to this list. So that's the list of all the AP subjects that we do at Revisionr. And that's all that we had for today's presentation. Now, I think I would like to open the forum for any Q&A session, if in case you have. Please feel free to put in the questions for me or for Anand in the chat section, and we'll be happy to take up those questions. Yeah. Anand, do you have anything else to add?
No, that's it.
Okay, thanks, Anand. So as of now, I don't see any question in the chat section. So if in case you guys have any question, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question, or you can just put in the question in the chat section. Okay, we'll wait for maybe another couple of minutes to see if in case we get any question. Okay, we don't seem to have any question. Okay, we got one, I guess. I'm a student studying in CBSE board, so how should I prepare for the AP test? Thanks, Arif, for the question. Can you also mention which grade you are in right now? I think that would help. Oh, you're in 12th grade. So I'm assuming you've gone into 12th grade right now, right? So that means obviously you have missed the window, the first window wherein you could have done the AP for your college application. Now, any AP exam that you would write will purely be for your college credits. So you can write your AP exam only in the next year, May, which is May of 2023, right? So now the first thing that you should do is figure out the subjects that you want to do. And since you are already in 12th grade, you would probably know what are the colleges you're applying for and what major you're applying for. Based on that, figure out what colleges gives you credits and pick up those AP courses and then do those AP courses. Now, with regards to the preparation, you could do it on your own. You could seek help from organizations like Intellitrak and Revisionr for the subjects. However, if you feel that you are already thorough with the subject since you are already in grade 12, you could go ahead and do it on your own as well. And you could just take help with regards to getting material from some places and then working on it. I would say first go and visit the College Board website where all the entire syllabus is being mentioned along with the test papers. So that would be a good place to start with, right? So I think that would be my recommendation for you, Arif. I hope that answers your question. Great. Okay, since we don't have any other question, I would like to thank each and every one of you for attending the webinar and for being patient and listening to us up until the end. As I have discussed it earlier, we will be sending out the mailers to you and to all the other people who have registered with all the details and also the recording of the webinar. So if in case you feel this webinar was useful, you could also share that recording with your friends and family, whoever you feel might get advantage out of it. Can you please share this side through the email? Definitely, Arif, we will be sharing this website in the email. We'll mention all of this content in the email itself. And we'll also be mentioning, Anand's number and my number as well, if in case you would like to reach out to us. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks again. Thanks for joining in. Bye-bye. Take care. Have a nice weekend.
Thanks a lot.